point do you actually want to
Hey,
look at?
welcome back,
I
chat.
saved my tens for the MVP of the whole season. So.
I gave out 2.
What's up, dude?
1 to Governor, 1 to Texture. Those were my 2 tens for the last 2 days.
I should be keeping track of this.
Yeah,
okay,
I mean,
how many tens?
Texture played really well. I just think we don't know enough where the standard is.
Wait
right?
a minute.
Like, we don't know how much of that was also RQ maybe folding a little bit because Genji was looking so strong because he
Fair.
came out swinging. At the same time, Genji did also drop a map.
Wait
against
a
RQ.
minute,
It wasn't
chat.
a clean 2-0, so I think there's a lot more to prove. But I just think stylistically, Genji's actually going to match up against Paper X quite well.
I do think the old habits are going to come in for Genji, you know?
They very well could. I think, look, I think this is going to be a close series. I think that if Paper X
Okay.
do have that kind of like rougher starting point, because we haven't seen
Let
them
me
yet, they have to get back
setting
on stage, they have to
my
get reacclimated to the environment. I could see this absolutely being very close. Genji
content
absolutely has impressed
to
so far.
only
I'm expecting
subs.
3 maps almost no matter what, unless Paper
Check.
X comes out and looks so much better than we could have anticipated
Sure.
in the downtime that they have had. But that is a very unknown quantity, but maybe this will bite me in the rear, maybe it'll bite all of us in the rear here. We're basing our predictions on past achievements.
Okay, we
are
start
going off of that
at
history. We are going off the
244,
information
chat.
of these players
Hopefully
and
it's
of,
getting
on
better
Coach
like
Alex
today.
as that guy who
Like
really
yesterday, I
pumps the brakes
mean.
to get that mental reset mid-game.
Listen, my rear has already been bitten thanks to Genji, actually, so I might as well just go along with the Genji ride here. But I love that you brought up the coaching.
Stockholm syndrome.
I love that you brought up the coaching thing because I keep
Move
thinking
it to here.
the actual kryptonite to this
And
kind of
move
OP
it to here,
for
chat.
Paper X's opponents is that Alex just knows when to pump the brakes and he knows when to reset. We saw this at AVL. T1 came out swinging on Sunset with the Yoru. Paper X just looked lost like they've never been before. It was 6-0 or something like that. Alex just pumps both timeouts back to back. And suddenly it just flips, and T1's like, well, we've run out of options. We don't know what to do. And even after the
Stay
game,
here.
I talked to the players. Devi was like, T1 looks scary. Like, they looked strong. Saya's firing on all cylinders.
Is it
But
here,
at the
chat?
end of the
Yeah,
day,
I think
they
it's
still
here,
won
chat.
pretty handily.
Yeah, I feel like we're actually not going to be seeing the same Paper X that we did in 2023. I'm actually prepared for maybe a Paper X that's a bit slower, maybe not as aggressive.
That's
I mean,
insane.
that might be a bold prediction on my end. I'm not saying that it's not exactly a bad Paper X. It might
Sure,
be a new
sure.
one. It might be actually something that's a little bit more controlled.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see what kind of compositions they're going to be coming
Yes.
through. Because if they're going to be running the Yoru quite a bit, with Forsaken maybe picking that up, if not somebody else, then I could see the aggression continuing from this team. But ultimately, the Yoru, that sort of involvement, that could just come down to the map draft.
And also the question of a lot of people still seem to favor Raze on a lot of these maps, and something is obviously much more known for his jet. We even saw him piloting the Breach a couple times on Fracture in the past, now Gecko on Sunset in the offseason, so does something flex a bit more? Is he going to go into the Forsaken school of Valor where he's just picking up every agent and firing his gun more than his utility?
I mean, that's the thing, is you do have that guy that's right there that can teach you everything you need to know about playing an agent. Forsaken's got so much depth to him, so if you're going to have any kind of mentor, he's about the best person in the world that you possibly could. And for Paper X, building something into a bit of a Demon 1 where he can go overplay things like the Astra, play Breach, etc., would just further embolden this team. So that's actually a really scary prospect. And if it's something that they have been working on since the AVL concluded, then this could be very scary for every single team out there. DRX trying to reclaim the throne. If something is able to play a couple other roles at the same time, I don't know if it's going to happen.
Basically, we're not sure what to expect at this point. We could be going up against,
First
we
game
don't
for
know.
Paper X, right? And they've been hiding it quite a bit during the offseason as well, even giving more chances for Jing to kind of show his stuff one last time on a couple of those games. And that was great to see. But again, therefore, I mean, Solo mentioned in the interview of like, well, we just don't have tape to study. Like, we don't know what they're going to come out with. We don't know what this core 5 looks like of Paper X. And everyone's expecting, like you said, Mika, like, is it a slower Paper X? Is it even faster? Like, are they flexing everybody? Because they have Mind Freak trying the Sova on a couple maps as well. It's just a mystery.
I think it's one of the biggest mysteries that we're going to have here in Pacific, right? What kind of Paper X are people going to get today, especially since this is their debut for 2024 on the Pacific League stage, and I feel like everybody here is very excited. Also really excited to see what Genji have up their sleeves right now, especially since the winner of this series becomes the first team to qualify into playoffs and are that much closer to Masters Madrid, Achilles.
Yeah, and I mean, you obviously want that.
Yeah.
It's stupid to say that there's any team out there that doesn't want that, but for Paper X, coming off the back of narrowly missing out on a trophy, not being able to push it all the way to a Game 5, getting that second place at the biggest event that we have ever held, that is going to leave that kind of bittersweet feeling in your heart. And no matter how much you reset, you don't think about the past, that is still going to be lingering there within yourself. So I think for them, being able to kick off the year, get straight over, qualify for Masters Madrid, and then go on to try to win the trophy, that would be a great way to just kind of rectify the shortcomings of the past.
Yeah, and of course, also getting first place in kickoff gives you those early championship points as well. So that's one step closer
Very
towards
true.
champions. Then you go to Madrid. If you win that, you get more points as well. So you kind of have a safety spot to go all the way to champions now in Seoul for 2024. And that would be the absolute best start for Paper Rex.
God, I'm looking so much. I'm looking so forward to just all of the absolutely crazy Reddit posts, the Charlie Kelly meme of like, this is how Sentinels get the championship points, and this is how they're gonna make it over there if
We
they
should do
continue
that
going
to
down.
this board. We
There
should
you
do
go.
that to
Yeah,
this
we
board
should
one
just
day.
keep
Start
track of
writing
it.
all over this thing.
By the time kickoff ends, you're gonna see all of this covered in like our notes and everything. There's like some kind of string theory happening on here.
It's inevitable. I mean, every single team out there that has a fan, there are going to be people who are trying to do the math and figuring out, like, this is where they can get this. And
Well, that's what
if
keeps
they do
it
that,
interesting.
and this team loses, then blah, 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 and then somehow it'll still come down to MIBR getting a knife to deny it.
And yeah, and a coach playing it, and the coach brings some victory for another team, yeah.
Well, before we get ahead of ourselves and start predicting the entire year, of course, we have PRX and a Gen G, and it is so exciting to welcome, you know, the champions from last year, Pacific champions from last year, over back to the Pacific League stage. And I feel like for Gen G, this is going to be a tough kind of like, they drew the shortest straw, so to say. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
we're up against Paper Rex this time around, right?
I mean, group of death, like Solo said, I think everyone would agree for this, whether it's RRQ or Gen G, it's a group of death no matter what. And the biggest thing is I don't know if Gen G necessarily has as much of a home crowd buff either, because Paper Rex has gained a lot of fans in Korea over the years, especially after last year lifting that trophy over DRX and then going and representing Pacific all the way to the grand finals of champions. Even the Korean fans are like, Paper Rex is where it's at, right? They're the reps of Pacific. So Gen G has a lot of work cut out for them.
No, they really do. But I mean, that makes me very much consider something that I haven't really put that much thought into, because it just in your brain it's like, okay, Paper X, they're going to come back, they're probably going to be very strong, make it to the final. Do we see the back-to-back champions within Pacific itself, or is there going to be a change-up? You know, does somebody else ascend to the throne? If it's not DRX, who else is it going to be? So I think it's just neat to think about all of the teams that we've seen so far, who is going to be capable of being able to lift that one, because it's nowhere close to what we expected coming into the season. You know, we've been on, we've been on Plat Chat, etc. People have been doing their own power rankings and stuff. We have been so far off the mark already within the first 2 days. And things, could course correct with a little bit more time. Maybe things do settle into that kind of pattern that we had laid out. But for right now, it seems like pretty much everybody was completely and utterly wrong about, I don't know, what, from second all the way down to 11th?
Yeah, and the big thing is again, that's off the back of a lot of these new faces, right? Where we heard some hype about some of them, but the question always remains, but how do you perform against the other T1 teams and players, right? How do you perform against other Pacific teams? And now, for someone like Karen, it's like, well, how do you perform against Paper Rex out of all teams that you'd have to face in your very first week of debut in the VCT? He has to prove himself, just like Izu has, just like Governor has, and of course they've played in challengers as well. But Karen has to come in and say, you know what, I've been ready for this. I've been coached through this as well, alongside my teammates, because those are some veterans who have played against the PRX boys quite a few times, and he has to be able to hold his ground. I
love that these rookies, the new faces here, they're like the special seasoning over here in Pacific, right? You have these teams that we thought we knew, and then suddenly you have new names come on board, and Zeta is looking incredible right now. We have, we have Talon, who suddenly looks like, they could be a contender for qualifying into playoffs, where we thought that, like, okay, Team Secret surely should be one of the strongest teams. But now, it's kind of like, again, like you mentioned, we do have to erase everything, and we're kind of like all off the mark, but I feel like it's really on the back of those new names, those rookies that had that X factor this time around.
Okay. And that's so exciting.
That's
right?
better.
I think that's something that Pacific as a region has been starving for, quite frankly, because there just wasn't as much history in growing up new talent in a game like Valorant. But just in the last 2 years, we've seen this surge coming up. So, I mean, this is exciting that it's not just like one country either, across the different countries, whether it's academy players, whether it's Challenger League players, whether it's unknown recruits like Karon, we're seeing teams scout out new talent and bring them up to the big stage.
Yeah, it's very much flipping the script as far as the expectations are concerned, because a lot of us, and I'd say most people in general, you'd think, okay, well, this team is just rebuilt, and there's so many rookies that haven't played at Tier 1, they're probably going to take some time to get together, for this team to come together, for the synergy to be built up, for them to really find their footing and get used to being on stage in front of an audience. And that's just been completely subverted. Everybody's come out here making their debut, re-debuting into Tier 1. They pretty much all looked absolutely incredible.
Well, we're about to get right into it, so let's welcome back our champions to the Pacific League stage, and Gen G, their competitors.
Hey, welcome chat. Hope you guys enjoy the stream. We watch party chat. Visit Pacific.
솔직히 작년은 이제 더 이상 생각하기 싫은 시즌이 아니었나.
Anjas berasa nungkun drakor. I just feel like I am watching K-drama chat.
Our team is stronger than last year, but we grew stronger as well. Don't forget that we're the champion last year. We are in the different league.
우승해야죠. 들어오자마자 우승. 이런 낭만 아니겠습니까? 파이팅 해야죠. 부끄러워요.
We have a great team this year. I'm very excited. I think we don't really have a key player. I think everyone is a key player of the team.
For Team Club Esports, the chemistry has been at an all-time high. Kickoff will be the perfect start for us to prove ourselves and show our potential.
Before the kickoff, we had a long break. We are completely a different team now. We're gonna show you guys the new RRQ this year.
We can be a lot more aggressive, not caring about what others say, and just play my own game.
다른 팀들이 이제 저희 팀을 이제 경계를 좀 안 하는 것 같은데 새롭게 만든 방법을 좀 알려드려야.
퍼시픽 내에서는 피지컬이 압도적으로 좋은 것 같고 다들 기대하고 보셔도 될 것 같습니다.
持てるものを全てぶつけていくっていう気持ちでできてますね。
I'm super excited to showcase myself in the Pacific kickoff. I have no fear about Diablo at all.
自分のプレースタイルはキャラクターコントロールがうまいなと思ってるので自分でもそこを試合でも見せれるように頑張ります。기다려.
손에 꼽을 정도로 재미있었다라고 생각이 들 정도로 재밌게 준비를 했었고 이번 시즌 T1은 자유로운 스타일을 가진 팀이 될 것 같아요. 이제 경기 시작하면은 누가 진짜 잘하는지 볼 수 있을 것 같아요. There is a unique strength of our team. We don't care who we face and we don't care how hard it is. No matter what happens, we will always win. Everyone knows that we're the champion last year, but I think this time we will get even more stronger than before.
저는 진짜 이번 정도면 이를 갈고 나왔습니다. 저희가 이길 거예요.
Keren sih videonya. Dum, tss, tss.
Welcome to the Valorant Champions Tour Pacific Kickoff. After a wave of changes, stronger teams were waiting in the wings. Starting today, teams will face eliminations. But before that, it's time to meet our Pacific Kings in Seoul. It's time to showcase the might of W Gaming, PRX. proven themselves against old rivals RRQ. Rev up the engine and keep the momentum going for the return of the ultimate, Gen G!
Gen Z.
So as both teams are here, we'll begin the map ban of today's first match. We'll conduct a coin toss to determine the higher seed.
Well, now going into our map bans for Paper Rex versus Gen G. This is going to be so interesting because we have two teams that can be very flexible, right? Paper Rex, pretty much everybody's expecting something to be flexing already, and we have Meteor and Munchkin that are able to flex as well for the side of Gen G. So as we were saying, we're not sure what agent composition we're going to get, but these maps are going to be pretty determinant of that.
Yeah, well, we'll get maybe a better idea as far as what they're going to be piloting, especially if Gen G has any kind of repeat maps that do come up. When they played against RQ, we saw Icebox split as well as Sunset, but okay, Gen G going to be bringing up Bree, so we will get a new look on this squad. Big question is, do they play Yoru?
Yeah, but if they do, that is some tape that Gen G actually has of how Paper Rex plays that. And if it's not that, historically, Paper Rex has struggled with Breeze a lot. So I actually like this pick from Gen G, especially with the option for things like the Operator, the Outlaw on this squad of Gen G.
I mean, I'm wondering if Gen G are going to be playing that Yoru as well. You know, do we get to see that coming through? Not something I believe the Textures really played maybe a handful of times in his career, but none of them really spring to mind. But Lotus coming in for Paper X, this just feels like maximum comfort. And overall, it is a map that there's an immense amount of tape on for them. So Gen G could have, you know, and will have had done a lot of studying of that map.
Well, it looks like Gen G have heard rumors of the Age of Yoru making a comeback, and they're like, oh, we remember Paper X Unbind. Let's not do that, right?
Yeah,
that one would be a little bit bold.
Yeah, I mean, definitely banning that out as well. And also, I think accepting that the old ways that, you know, some of these players and the coaching staff used to play Bind no longer works. A lot of them used to actually have a lot of pride on Bind, but things have changed since then in the game in several different ways. So that is going to leave Sunset, which again, some tape from Paper Rex, though surely there could be a lot of changes as well.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them, you know, versus Sentinels, and they did make that a pretty close one in the grand final. And like you mentioned before, you know, had to run that back versus T1 as well. So there is a bit out there to study when it comes down to that newest map in the pool. But have they changed anything is the big question. But as we get ready to focus on Breeze, I mean, my eyes immediately just have to go to Forsaken to see what he's going to be playing.
Oh, it's something.
It's something playing Yoru as Forsaken's playing a Harbor.
And meanwhile, we have Astra for Charon as well for Gen G. And I mean, I'm actually okay with this. I think if you're going to play double controller, there's some options for that Astra as well, especially because you have the Cypher to really anchor down one
Yoru
side.
chat.
The single duel is Yoru for Paper X.
Perez
I mean,
took Yoru.
Triple control.
Yes, and
triple controller.
Magnet and that Omen, so Magnet should be a lot more aggressive now. So he's going to be acting as kind of that secondary duelist alongside the Yoru. Both of them able to actually enter in very different angles than you're used to.
That means that with this matchup right here, a single duelist comp on Breeze will finally get a win. The question is, which one is it going to be?
What meta
is
is
it
this?
the Jet or is it going to be the Yoru here from the side of Paper X? Because so far we have only seen success from the double duels compositions.
Well, what says duelist better than no Sentinel composition, right? That is definitely W Gaming. So let's get this first match started. Paper X versus Gen G. Over to Hey, I'm Quack, and hey, it's Azurai.
Hey, it's me indeed, and with Quack. Man, time to bring your face masks. It's gonna get a lot smoky here on Breeze. Triple controller, my man, on Paper X.
That is super interesting. I mean, we've never really seen this being pulled out from
Leonis, you got
before.
watch party
But apart from
permission?
that,
No.
something on the Euro, I think it's a little bit worth mentioning. But of course,
So I
we
changed
have seen how
the
strong Genji was yesterday.
the title,
we can
chat.
expect a lot from Texture.
So I
Are they gonna
changed
do
it.
the same thing?
Absolutely. Now, looks like Paper X is
But
gonna be
everyone
starting
can watch this. I don't think I'm
spread their
gonna
wings a
get
little bit all
copyright
across the
because
map.
of
And
this.
I think the good thing about that
Okay, let's
triple
focus to the
controller
game.
comp is you do have so many options to blot a good chunk of a big map such as this Breeze.
Especially on the attack, right? Just having three, sets of smokes to cycle through. You can see that they already sent out a
Euro
high
low,
timer
chat.
across A. It creates a bit of pressure, but at the same time, sustaining a bit of damage towards this B site. I think Genji gets a bit of information.
Yeah, haven't committed the toxic wall yet, so not really too much has been shown here by the hands of Paper X. There it is.
There
With
we
1
go.
minute on the clock. There's still so many options that they can choose for, and I think
Yeah,
they're just
dude.
making sure that Gen G has to just commit a lot of their stars for the start of this.
Apart from that, also just with the gate crash that something is using, they're going all over the map, but here it comes.
Yeah, Tripwire on that A site. This is the Yoru though, so he can bypass it. Needs to break it. Munchkin has been given up already. Right in front of him, 2 on the contact point. It's good. Something finds another. And they've already secured that A site with the blink of an eye. Rest of Genji will have to go on that rotate back to the A site, but look at how far Dubai has pushed up on Halls here. He's the first Vanguard for the moment. Holding, whiffing.
What the
He's
fuck?
gonna go down, but at least he's got that information for the rest of Paper X.
Yeah, it was a good hit nonetheless, and they know that there are players coming from Bridge, coming from Halls, and that just
They
confirms a
could
lot of it.
copyright strike you if you don't have permission. But yesterday I also check I also watched this match. I mean, ooh, ooh, ooh.
By bullets, dashes right in, finds another one, and he picks up the 4K.
No way! First round already picks up the 4th. You see how he has that trigger.
The fuck?
Normally we talk about
How?
trigger discipline
Okay, let's
for,
change the title.
waiting for the opportune
Let's
moment.
change the
He's
title
just
then.
waiting to track as the movement slows down, and that is unbelievable skill.
There is no watch party.
You think that's
Nobar.
But did absolutely nothing for them as Texture basically got a lot of these segmented 1v1 fights in the span of just a couple of seconds, ultimately turning
Okay.
the hand for Gen G.
And now
Let's
they
check.
picked up the
You can check it
Bulldogs,
now.
Got an outlaw on Texture. He's looking to pick up the Bladestorm early on.
That is crazy, chat. The Jet got what, 4 kill the round?
They give
That was insane.
satisfaction. He's getting closer. His teammates breaking and giving as much support as possible.
Nice shot, nice shot.
One gets down already.
I mean, that's the other thing, right? Because it's an outlaw, it's just
The
so
Breeze map is a good map for
powerful,
defender,
and
you know.
on an eco round, it just chews right through. So these guys, Paper X, they got to be so careful.
You can already see one.
Yeah, I don't
spawning
know,
the
I don't know,
tripwire
I
outside
don't
of
really
B
know.
main. Still, it's not going to stop Paper X from starting to move their forces all the way here. Looks like they're just okay with that. Dubai still hasn't gotten any contact with the Sheriff that he's bought in the past 2 rounds. That's looking a little bit iffy. With the stars being committed here as well, and Texture actually pushing all the way up onto mid, this could be very bad for Paper X.
It was so
Reloads,
the
they know he's
reaction.
here. They don't really want to challenge him. It's way too risky. So they're running out of options. You can't go back into Elbow. You're pretty much stuck inside of B main. Texture, well, Tailwind's away, so maybe got a bit of breathing room, but 30 seconds left, Asarai.
Something's going to just try to make something happen, no pun intended. Make some contacts here. Does have his great crash available. He wants a challenge out.
3 kills, yeah.
Texture, but
4 kill.
body shot damage.
You got this?
Shield or half shield. It's just not gonna work. You're just beating him to kill.
Ace second run, chat.
2 rounds in.
Holy shit.
Wow, that's just a big boost of
Holy shit, chat.
for Texture starting things off. I mean, a couple
9 kill at second round. Oh my god, he's smurfing.
This is a whole new look. Bladestorm already available. I mean, the other thing is also just
He's
Paper X, they had
smurfing.
Sheriffs, they're just trying to maybe go for some picks or the spike plan. Couldn't really find anything, and that's a little bit surprising.
There's so many players, I think, in this 2024 Pacific
Wait,
League
what
that is
happened with
underrated,
PRX?
right? like Lenny,
Oh,
not getting
yeah.
the chance to play for Team Secret, the Texture, as the Des was mentioning, not
Okay,
having
go.
any opportunity to showcase his duelist, but here comes the dueling potential for something as he pushes up onto Orange.
He got the
Getting
info.
tricky business. Spots one, getting into the astral dimension, goes out, flashes. He still challenges. Something's got to make
Okay, he got
something
one.
happen here, and he does get
Nice
it.
trade.
Follow up by Monyan, but
That was straight again, chat.
3 versus 3. Spike planted down.
You got the cascade up as well.
Spike
so there's
landed.
a lot more room for Forsaken trying to play around this.
Oh,
pushing
nice
Genji
body, chat.
back. They want to burn
That
down
was
the timer.
Rose.
They want to stay alive as long as possible.
Yeah, Munchkin's coming around corner here on double doors. They're just waiting for him to drop down already. Forsaken's right here for the first
Yo,
contact.
what happened with
Gets punished
Forsaken?
right here. He's going to be alone by himself. 1 versus 1 though. Divide.
1 versus 1, chat.
Knowing of where his opponent might be, not spotting Meteor, getting closer and closer. He might not even know about this. There it is.
Okay, he will play time.
Utilities for
There is no
Meteor,
way he's
but
picking.
straight up starting
Bro,
to defuse Divide.
his stick. Oh my god.
Will be winning the
That
game
is.
on the
That's. Oh
Yeah,
my,
you got the
holy
advantage
shit.
of the
I
spot,
thought he's
but
not
as well
gonna
just
pick,
hang
chat.
back and, play it loose and easy, and at the same time,
That's
I mean, you
crazy.
gotta love the utility that PaperX uses. You can see that, yeah, 3 controllers.
That's
you
crazy.
might bring
3
on the solo
controllers,
squad.
yeah.
This might not be W Gaming, but no, it still very much is. The dimensional drift gives them so much space. Monyet is already there, kind of like what Will said on the desk. That secondary
Ooh, nice
duel is
shot, nice
instantly
shot.
trading back and forth for the entire team.
He got.
And with that,
Oh
you
my
spike
fucking god.
down, it's
That was
tough for
insane,
Genji to
chat.
retake in such
Davai.
True.
Wait, where is from?
Do love their first contact and texture. He's already on
Davai
the
is from
operator. There's not really much utility that can really
Malaysia.
punish him, but okay, gravity will activate it, stuns as well, and that's gonna be as the dust settles, 2 kills down against Genji.
3 against
PaperX
4.
have somewhat of an advantage here. Oh, still pushing through the smoke.
Holy shit!
And Mindfreak is alone by himself on Halls.
I can't believe that he reacted to that so quickly. I thought the Cascade would at least mask PaperX's intentions for just a second, but he reacts just as quick.
That was crazy, dude.
Counts just so
Holy
fast,
shit.
being able to just get these punishes. Mindfreak's giving away his position, of course.
Oh
Texture's
my
not giving
fucking
us the
god.
beat. Rex,
They're
wanted
insane,
to
they're
get
insane.
this A main control for the longest time, but the smokes
Also,
and
this
the
3
peek outs
player,
and the flashes just
Meteor, Karen, and Textor last match against RRQ, they're also playing good, chat. Yo, when did my aim like that, chat?
Smokes are still just smokes, and without the flashes, dude, Karen was just popping off in that round. Round 5, this guy has 6 kills already as a controller.
I bet Will is starting to foam at the mouth. Yes, 3-1. Yes, this is what I was thinking, hoping about, predicting. PaperX still wanting to get that quick contact, feeding all the orbs for something. This is a pretty good idea, I'd still say, because if he does keep getting that dimensional drift of his, it does give them a lot more access into the back of the site, but of course they still have to deal with this close contact that Lakia is setting up on A.
Yeah, the positioning that Genji has, that classic 2-1-2 split. Oh, actually, it's a 3-1-1-3 split. 3 stacked up, and it's just a little bit tougher for PaperX to break through. We've got the stars as well, and those are really, really annoying. So maybe trying to bait around it, trying to, bait Karen into a peak. But then you also got to worry about texture in this op.
This is the problem about having a flash.
Wait, can he
initiator.
open
You
with
just
that,
can't
chat?
really flush out these set angles that they just break that.
Wait, he can open with dog? Oh my fucking god. Dang, one more.
Texture, he doesn't respect this wall. He just goes and swims through at the high tide.
Okay. We got kill.
And now it's only
It's
Mindfreak
Serif.
to remain. The pinch coming in from double door doesn't secure anything, so that has to be Divide just putting up the toxic screen.
Dang, this test door, chat is really insane with fucking OP.
Pushing in, but because of how much out the open he is,
Let's try, PRX, come on, dude.
and that's gonna be the 4-1 for Genji. Genji are feeling fired up, having won those rounds against PaperX. They're like, yo, you guys think you're the kings
Bro,
of Pacific?
13-1, chat.
What we've got.
It's only round 5.
Genji, texture on the op, Karen popping off with kills. They are able to play these anti-flash positions on the A site, no matter what PaperX throws at them. The idea of going in for an execute like that off of, something on the Yoru, you've got Monyet on the Paranoia with the Omen, it's just not quite landing as it needs to.
Wait, what happened, chat? What happened? This is not like PRX that I know, chat.
To, use in these situations to actually make it effective. We're already seeing what was lacking, and it feels like they need that bit of information on who's in the back of the site. The problem is the dart's not going to be good enough. Something's not going to always be at the back of the site unless, again, he has the invulnerability and the scouting power of that dimensional drift. So what's going to be the adjustment here for PaperX? What happens when they don't have those tools available for them? When, again, like you're mentioning, they're only really relying on the triple smoke to kind of blot out these certain positions. That's not really making Texture afraid of holding the spots and just, you know, using that tailwind to get out of harm's way.
Yeah, precisely, right? I mean, that's the other thing. It's just having those 3 smokes, 3 controllers. Surely it can be used to, you know, just block off vision and maybe, you know, block off certain areas. Make sure that Texture can't really, you know, dominate the map in his current fashion. So whatever it is, you know, that's kind of what the desk was talking about. Alex loves to call these timeouts. He knows when to pause the breaks. And right now, we shall see what kind of effect it has.
Well, Reckoning and Dimensional Drift is available for 2. Oh, I love this push from Texture. And he almost
That was
sees
close.
something.
That was close.
And something doesn't waste any time, though. He does use his ultimate to start clearing things up. Reckoning coming in from double doors, and he already finds one. Caron could be in a world of hurt. The flash is out,
Meteor,
but he's
though.
out of harm's way. Back of the side is going to be Meteor, using the cyber cages to give him a bit of positioning here to roam around.
Oh, I thought something loose that, chat. What happened with Forsaken, chat?
Through the off-cam kill. Oh, big flash from Lakia.
Three-
Oh, they don't even expect it.
He gate crashed backwards. I feel like Lakia might have heard it. So now everyone's kind of split up. Device still up towards mid. It's a good bit of vision, but it's a 2-on-3 nonetheless. He can't use the Viper's Pit.
Yeah, Mindfreak is just by himself right now.
Here.
I mean, there's even the smoke coming in from double doors. They have really segmented the 2 players.
Okay, 2 against Suja.
With the Vi, he's hoping to be the savior.
Bro, what happened?
Out in the open Texture. He's got everything.
Okay, he got it, chat.
Away from
It's
him,
okay.
And that's gonna give PaperX
Better,
a round.
Summon. You can do this.
Making use of Mindfreak's position, keeping Devi hidden, they were able to pick them off apart, you know, getting information as to where Texture was positioned, as to where the rest of them were trying to approach from. They knew how to find those shots. And that's, again, something that PaperX can always do. But I think the crucial thing in that round was how something used that dimensional drift, how he pushed up all the way towards orange, towards bridge side. And from that point, he was able to find that back flank.
That shot, man.
towards
Holy
Meteor.
shit.
So that broke apart.
Holy
A line of
shit.
defense for Gen G.
That, and if I can add, you know, they spotted Texture on mid, so the threat of the operator is way far if they actually just start, you know, hunkering their way onto the A site, which ultimately, as you mentioned, you know, with what you said, works in the favor of PaperX on that push.
That said, though, we still need a few more rounds. Both sides have ultimates, and Meteor has been such a menace. Now he's swapped up over back to B site. PaperX is trying to approach here.
He's already preparing himself. Ooh, where did that shot come from? Meteor, I think, just
Wait,
shot
what
through the
happened?
smoke. That's going to be the punish on Monyet. Waiting for the rest of PaperX.
Monyet.
There's so many tripwires here. It
Okay.
might get a little bit tricky, but something just slowly walks up. That's all you need, you know? Just keep it simple.
No, don't peek, don't peek,
That's
don't
the
peek.
thing about
You
new
know
breaks
that.
as well. This
They have
backside,
OP.
back walls,
Please don't
you are
peek.
able to sneak up on front like that. So now that the spike has gone down, Gen G are sensing that they don't quite have the timing on this retake.
You guys see,
Devi.
notice this?
Yeah, he's gonna
The way I
be
always,
at this
always.
free waterfall down mid. He's already been spotted.
Bro!
Forsaken's not hitting any shots. Finally,
Wait, what
does
happened
able
with
to do so.
Okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Out, leaving Texture by himself. But man, he's got some options here. Time might not be one of them though, so
Okay, nice one, nice one.
Mindfreak through the smoke or through the
No more,
toxic
no more OP
screen,
next round, chat.
blasts
No more OP
away
next round.
Something. Want to pick it up? Want to use it for attack? He will not. I was talking about the operator.
Yeah, maybe no ops for now, but you can definitely feel the impact of Alex's timeouts already, right? It just called from the previous round, now they've won 2 in a row. And you can see the clear idea and game plan, how they make use of these smokes, how they use something to really creep in, cut out space, and
Nice
really
shot, nice
block
shot.
off and cause a lot of chaos for Gen G's defenses. So, wow, counter timeout being called now by Gen G.
Yeah, they just, again, they're starting to lose grip. From a 4-1, it already turns into a 4-3 very quickly to turn around for PaperX. Again, makes Gen G quake in their boots. And this is where I think it makes a lot of sense to, again, just take a step back first, because they were putting a lot of emphasis on using Texture as that big contact, but when he really can't find a contact, it feels like there's not a lot of options here.
Gang win, Gen G win.
Kind of try to do something else on that defense. Sure, you get the offhand kill from time to time.
Oh,
as
she's
they
so
start to
cute, chat.
creep up onto a certain position, but PaperX, I
Not
feel
this
with
girl.
the composition that they've had, they're so flexible at just getting those kills, even when it's a 4 versus 5 as they push up into a site. I mean, even if it can be like a 3 versus 5, because of how many smokes they can keep utilizing to block the sidelines of the players of Gen G.
Yeah, that's right. And not just that too, right? I mean, apart from blocking off sidelines, I love how they're using this third controller, Devi as the Viper, as more of a sentinel, as more of a lurker of all things. Because as soon as he deploys his toxic screen, he's like, all right, I'm good. I can hang back towards mid, can get further information, try to cut off rotations as Gen G tries to retake. And that is something that we've seen him do a couple of rounds now. He is that top fragger from PRX.
And additionally, I mean, if anybody pushes through that, you know, vulnerability as well as the decay makes challenges or fights for him quite easy. Anyways, PRX now looking to go for that B site. They do have the shock darts, so they are breaking as much utility as they can. And of course, yep, I love this. When you use the decoy, it activates the trip, so
that was
you'll
close.
know where not to push. Meteor is doing his damnedest to just
Okay.
can't dodge everything. But
Okay,
it's not
okay.
working. It's a lot of kills already positioned here for the favor of PRX.
One more. Okay, okay.
Does make a bit of wave at the back of things, but
He
it's not
didn't
gonna
expect
work out in five versus
the last one.
And we are tied 4-4.
It is an anti-eco round after all, but what
Nice round for
bit of
PRX. Chat.
execute. PRX, you got the fake out, you got the smokes, and they knew exactly how to work against Meteor's setup. And that's the main thing. They want to counter that Cypher pick. They want to figure out a way to go through, and they've done it. Monyet can always shrouded step over it. He is that secondary duelist. Something as the Yoru just cuts in space, he can, you know, break open those trips and create a bit of flashes for his team. And it just does so much. Sometimes Gen G doesn't quite know how to react, so there definitely is some changes.
Oh my god, he buy OP again, chat.
Texture is still committing on this operator of his. Something one away from the dimensional. Imagine just like as Texture.
It's like,
seeing that out of the open, right? Anyways, he's already committed to Tailwind, so might as well over push just in case he can get that, again, that one-off kill if ever. Seems like because they spotted again Texture on B, or on A, excuse me, they're just gonna bring the whole enchilada on that B site.
Yeah, why not? We know we can avoid that off. We can just go straight for Meteor. We can go straight for Munchkin. Take out those two, and then we have the site. Seekers were deployed by Lakia, though, and he's already here to reinforce. Something's trying to get that through.
Yeah. Two on the interior of the site.
He got two. That was good trade, chat. He got two.
And it is so confusing to be in all of that position.
Bro, he lose.
Somehow,
Need more bullets.
Gen G getting on top of things. Monyet, no ultimate for him, so he's stuck here until Devi comes in. So he is waiting for his teammate to give him that assistance. 40 seconds on the clock, and this is a pretty smart move from PRX now that they still have that toxic screen to block away that control at the back of the site, where you already see Caron getting closer. He might not be spotted, as well as Texture coming in from B main.
Yeah, that's
Okay, usual. So it's gonna be more safe for PRX. Let's go. One more. Bro!
Able to isolate, able to
Why don't you just hide, man? Why did you need to peek? Oh my fucking god.
to retake the site and secure the round once again for Gen G.
Again, right? I mean, this guy, Karen, picked off this, I don't want to say streets, but the rookie coming out from like almost nowhere, but proving himself again and again. You talk about firepower, and PRX has a lot of it, but Gen G in this new form has picked up some new guns, some new shooters, and they are definitely bringing the challenge.
Absolutely, and again, just not having any form of extra information there for PRX. They were just going blind into calls that they wanted to do. They even saved the operator here for Texture, so he's got a chance again to find something. Not the player, but you know, the opportunity to get. I'm gonna have
Bro,
there
okay, there.
To do this. Anyways, Paranoia is activated. Texture's blinded here. He's looking for a TP, but Lakia is making some waves at the front of the site on Brick.
Nice one, nice one. That was a good move, chat. Wait, what happened? What happened with Monyet?
That's gonna be a secure plant on the spike.
How did he die?
Everyone else here for Gen G looking for the lurk all the way through A.
Bro!
Is being handled by Mind Freak.
Still somehow Karen getting a tap onto something. That brings things back to a 3-on-3. Of course, Mind Freak wanting to play off the Hunter's Fury, but he knows that there's a potential play coming through.
Another one. Meteor gives himself a bit of space. Push left or right. What it's going to
Okay,
be,
that was
it's going
slow.
to be the right. He wins, but
He's slow. There is
down
no way he's
five.
win
Oh,
this
is
shit.
so bad.
Okay, good job.
Difficult even for him. That's going to be Divine bringing it back. Very, very confusing fight there for
Dang,
Genji.
that
You
why.
saw
What
everybody
happened with you, Monyet?
everywhere to look for any
That's the main thing,
PaperX.
right? Because that's how PaperX executes. I mean, Grandpappy Achilles will be smiling about that one. He's like, yeah, I remember there's PaperX back in the day. This is what they used to do. They orchestrate chaos. And that's exactly what they do. You got something gate crashing in. He's got the fake outs. And it's so
Nice one,
confusing
nice
for Genji as they try to defend. You're watching for so many pieces of utility. Not to mention Monyet, who kind of comes in with a shorty inside the smokes. And that's what he was known for back on Global Esports last year.
Having Lakia
Hey, welcome, chat.
choosing whether he has to go for the gunfight or flash for Texture here makes it even additionally difficult. Munchkin, he backs away. Look at how close something has already got on the top mid. TP's out. I like the use of the cone just to break the tripwire, but at what cost? Forsaken. He's already decayed down to 20. My goodness.
Yeah.
This man is walking on thin ice.
It got a little bit risky because Genji are trying to get a good read for the game right now. They've got these 4 players
Holy shit, that was
on
good.
B, so able to shoot through. And with the space now, Lakia
That
picks up
was
balls,
good.
but
Not gonna lie, that was
able to
good.
capitalize.
Okay.
Just left pieces of the PaperX players
Nice one.
all around the map sprinkled just to get those lurk kills, and it is actually working for them, especially that Genji is on this weaker buy. Feels like Genji is
They only
just
have a
pressured
Serif
to
and
try to get
Ghost.
control
There is no way
elsewhere.
they
But
come back
PaperX,
this.
It's a lure into their
This
trap,
round.
man. They're just saying, sure, thank you very much. Texture though, this is the perfect chance for him to get
He got
some
one.
kind of
Dang.
information, some kind of impact.
You wanted to say something, didn't you?
I stopped myself mid-sentence already, all right? You didn't have to point it out.
I feel yes, right. I feel. No, I mean, it's just the name.
I can already feel the chat, you know. How is this caster like this? No vocabulary? Use a thesaurus. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, it's not easy. Think we
Sorry.
could do our jobs.
All right, Karon's alone. I mean, he's going to probably just wait till this event horizon engulfs him. Oh, wow. He even finds Monyet.
Oh, my God. That would be great if you could get even more or pick up a rifle at the very least. Look at how he's so careful jump peeking out, but up against Forsaken, of course.
I don't know how did Monyet lose that.
I mean, in this round,
The game is
again,
not
this
on
is kind of
Monyet.
what we saw in the first, right? You know, PaperX, they can play around the entire map thanks to the utility of something's Yoru. I mean, gate crashing back and forth. They can rotate so easily. Sometimes Genji has to catch up to it.
It is quick catch.
It was
Such
clean,
an
Jack.
impressive team. As I mentioned, just playing the opposition lurks. Playing with Genji.
PRX so freaking good.
One more round. It is pretty close though. Genji's able to get this 5-6. Could even be a 6-6 if they play their cards right. But
Mind
with
Freak
the
using
Resonate
Odin, Jack.
and Dimensional Drift activated. It could
That
be
doesn't
very
mean
difficult.
Odin no
Texture's
gay.
already pushed up all
Odin
the way
gay.
to elbow. There's
Bro,
no
seriously?
way, but he whips. Thankfully enough, he has Lakia
They
right
got
beside
two,
him to
Jack.
help him out. PaperX are dwindling in numbers.
Oh, Odin for the win, Jack.
He brings it right back. 3 versus 3. Plenty of walls. And they
What
come themselves
happened?
down to plant the spike even. Not going to happen just yet.
Monyet, show me something,
has
Monyet.
control the back of the site here. Ultimate activated right now by Mind Freak. Big flanks coming in from Munchkin. So the time for Monyet to make something happen is very minuscule here. 2 versus 1. Karon.
You can do this,
now
Monyet.
backing himself away. Gonna
I know
double
it.
his
I know it.
teammate.
You can do
This
this.
is the perfect time for them to try working their magic against the one. What is this TP? He's trying to pick up a spike? No, he's just trying to reposition for the fight. Very aggressive from Monyet, but it's not going to work out.
Nice
Okay,
nice try. But
that's
Munchkin
nice
just
try.
turns around and says, dude, you thought you
That was nice try. At least he tried.
we see in that round? I mean, first of all, we had, you know, Mind Freak holding the angle with the Odin from window, but then afterwards, Munchkin coming back again from the same spot that Texture and Lakia approached from. I mean, it's just so confusing that PaperX, their whole game plan kind of gets thrown off. You can see that what they wanted to do throughout this entire map, which truly was just either going for executes off of Monyet and something, or you know, create a bit of noise, bait out that utility, and then rotate over thanks to their gate crash. Leave Divine on that lurk. It doesn't always work out. If Genji just goes in for, you know, a bit of a flank, a bit of a retake, and that's the thing that you don't.
Nice half, Jack. PRX get 6.
Sentinel. Yes, Divine.
Even though they are
Great,
as
but no traps, no info.
as a taker. And then
right, to throw
now
it into
there's gonna be PRX gonna be
Texture is just that confident, that
defender with 3 controller, Jack.
taker that he is
Even though they doesn't have
PaperX setup, but now as we are
Sentinel, they still have 3 controllers, so it's gonna be hard, I think, for Gen G.
Are they gonna do something similar to what Talon was doing when they didn't have the Sentinel, where they were just charging out because they can't really anchor the site? Or as you were talking about, are they gonna fall back with Devi, who's actually doing a heck of a good job on that Viper of his?
That's the craziest thing. I mean, you know, it's the W Gaming squad. We expect them to push out.
What happened with this?
And Devi's the one doing all the fragging.
No one at B.
So very curious to see how this will play out. I mean, you don't want to die too early.
Twin.
As a Viper
Okay,
either,
it's
right?
moving to
Because
B.
then you can't really use your
Yo,
abilities.
welcome back.
So
Let's go,
PRX has to
Queen.
be a little bit careful, a little bit mindful about how they want to
You
push
just
out
sleep,
if
Queen?
that is their game
You
plan.
just
Speaking of
woke up?
pushing out, there's like 3 players of PaperX about
Or
to
you just busy?
have the welcome party outside A main. Smoke quickly placed there, as well as the Cascade. Shock darts from Mindfreak.
Didn't get anything.
Dissuade anybody pushing up onto the Hall's position. The swing outs from PaperX, like I mentioned, because they don't have that Sentinel, they just have to start peeking and pushing,
Okay, PaperX.
as well as just getting that contact.
Nice.
Shots through the smoke, able to get Lakia. The push out from Texture, and he
Ooh, I will be shocked. Dang, holy shit.
down to 25, but his lethality is still very much felt. Thus settling, numbers favoring Gen G, Monyet as well as Devi.
Bro,
Devi's already coming
that
into
was
the flank
insane,
here,
man.
and Texture, he's very much unaware of it.
He is holding a bit of an off angle though, so Devi can't really.
No, I just play
waltz
some
right through
swiftly.
that
Oh,
door.
Green Day, dang. Okay, okay. So you're not gonna play with me anymore because you already got Green Day.
Texture, oh, that door closes. The opportunity for Devi is not even possible. Dude had the so close yet so far away situation.
He opened the door again.
Okay, so his positioning's already given. He's pushing out,
Oh, nice move.
jumping through the smoke smartly to try to get a coax out of
Please
everybody.
watch your behind.
Every single opponent of Devi right now is low, so his Sheriff has a lot of lethality on it.
Just one shot to the body. But look at the positioning.
He's so unaware, and you can see that with how he's moving up here, that he wants to get close against Charon, but he's so afraid of
Please
where
watch your
Texture
behind,
actually might
please,
be,
please.
even thinking it could be mid.
I mean, he's got a bit of time, but Texture is the main one to look out for right now.
They just barely miss each other. Look at Devi. I think he heard the drop down too. Texture's about to just peek out. The Devi.
Bro, please. Nice one. Oh my fucking god, Devi.
Calm, collected. My man is patient as can be.
Holy shit, man.
What is up, Danger? He's got that Sheriff. He's
Game
got the
changer.
Danger
You're
written all
busy
over
with
it.
your
He
stream,
just
bro.
clutches it
Oh
out
my
for the
fucking
team.
god.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Vietnamese
apart
channel
from being,
chat was
keeping his
like Paris
composure,
just troll,
just
right?
knowing, okay, I have a rub
Yeah, yeah,
Texture.
Paris.
As long as
I
I
don't
keep my
know,
sights
like.
right up around door, I should be okay. But the main thing is also knowing
Hopefully
that
they
he's
win
right
this.
around the corner, and
Hopefully.
he's able to flick back and forth. Now catching up to Texture in terms of kills.
He completely turned around W Gaming. It turned
Oh, you also watch Vietnamese channel?
You know?
Yo, what, like what, Mario, Wario kind of. What am I?
But I mean, dude is, I used the term yesterday, I think, zen. Very zen with how he approaches these fights. He's not impatient, like you mentioned. He has a lot of time to make use of. Anyways, big contact coming in from this one. Couple of marshals activated. What a risk from Monyet just to peek that out. Forsaken, though, dipping his toes as well.
Yeah, I see that Yoru clone. I remember you, Quinn. Like.
Monyet, I love this. And he actually challenges, but Forsaken drops. This could be bad. If he rechallenges this
You guys see that shit? Holy shit, the hit, bro.
He has to back away, wait for the reinforcements.
Woo.
As Mindfreak and Devi are slowly creeping up back onto A.
Bro, not gonna lie, I was soaked so many times by watching this match.
Coming through halls just to check. But he's got to be so careful. I mean, Gen G are bunched up together. It's a full squad of classics and marshals. He hears the jump.
Nice shot.
Gets the first shot.
He gets away too. So no trade here for Meteor. Throws out the recon dart for a bit of that safety.
Oh, it's match again.
And he's
So
safe.
only one more controller
Now he's home safe.
from Gen
really
2,
just wants to wait for
Gen
more
G.
picks and maybe
They
try
trying to
some
rotate.
defenses, try to sneak through. But at
30
this
second
point, only
rotate.
30 seconds left. They have to hightail it to B. And
He
as
got
long
one
as Meteor
kill.
can do
Oh
it,
my
the
fucking
same
what
play
happened?
he's doing
Why?
right now, Gen G
Okay,
might have
okay.
a better
You
time
got
in
this. You got
round.
this.
Oh my goodness, Mindfreak couldn't really do anything. And the rest of Gen G gonna be walking up to B.
10 seconds.
It's all up to something. He's got a Guardian. The aim god.
Okay.
Okay, good at the first.
Okay.
Second
One more.
instantaneously, but he's
Okay.
dropping in HP and
Once
bullets and
again, two.
everything. And it's down once again to Monyet.
Please
Oh,
tell
it's
me,
a
don't
back
lose
and
this.
forth. Look at how
Oh my god, he got hit.
both of these players are. And even if Meteor drops down, you can already see Charon waiting patiently at the back of the site, and even finds Monyet trying to reposition, and Genji somehow
I don't know what happened
makes
yet.
the thrifty round work.
I'll tell you somehow, it was Meteor.
That's
All
thrifty,
exposed
right?
to Marshall, and this guy's still as lethal as he was last year. Maybe not on the jet anymore.
Shot the
but as
Yoru
soon as he
clone,
crosses
yeah,
the balls,
VCT
look at the
effect.
hits that he's getting. It might not
Yo, what
always
happened?
be headshots, but
Oh
just
my
because he
fucking,
plays
oh
around
my
the
fucking
swings
god,
that
Monyet
he
was
plays around
so
the
fucking
obstacle,
bad this match.
keeps himself tucked away, and he's always able to chip away at PaperX bit by bit. That's, you
And
know,
also
something
4
that
seconds,
plays
what the fuck
Guardian
is
Souls
this,
that
bro?
was
Why are
really
bottom
fun to
frag?
watch, but it's not clean enough for an anti-eco round that PaperX was meant to win.
Absolutely. I mean, it just also felt like PaperX was agreeing to the aim duel, and
So
Genji
they
was
say
focused
it's
on
okay,
that.
it's okay, it's still 7-7, chat.
Lesser risk for Genji to do that because it was a
They also saved this round.
Marshals, man. They weren't
They
even
probably
going to
lose this.
purchase this, and for Satan,
Nice one. Nice trade, nice trade. They don't have
the line of sight.
duelist anymore, chat.
Triggered the trap here, and does get a 1-to-1 trade. I mean, I don't know how impactful that is going to be, but still going to show how both teams very much willing to take those off-angle risks.
Wait, why is this Viper has
Both
a
of them are
2
in the
gun?
fight, very much so. 7-7 right now, and that's the main thing. You definitely can't underestimate PaperX too much, and I think that's why Genji are taking things
Maybe it's
really
texture
slow
gun.
right now. You know, maybe trying to suss out information. But
Stop
you
trolling
don't
from
have that much in terms
Vietnamese.
of gathering, right? You gotta think about Lakia's guiding light usage.
Bro, I don't know they are trolling or
maybe
not. I don't think they are
executing on
trolling,
today
but
right now, and it depends on how well PaperX can hold their ground.
What a far smoke from Monyet.
holy shit, nice shot, nice shot, nice shot.
Bulldog, and no one's there to trade it for Genji. So they get themselves some control, but Charon and Munchkin making quick work of that A site. Genji find themselves the advantage.
It's okay, they saved that round.
It was
It's okay,
against
chat.
pistols, but you gotta admire how they, went in silently. Made sure that they were, going to pre-fire some of these corners. They checked some of it. Although Meteor did die, it was a bit of information that they could use to go up against, Mind
Nice
Freak
flash
up
by
around
that
walls. And,
Sky.
relatively clean round for Genji, and that's what you would have wanted for PaperX in the previous.
21
So,
kill, oh
on
my
to the
fucking
next.
god,
Now,
it's like a
Texas got enough for the
smurfing.
Blade Storm, doesn't need to buy up. Genji's economy starting to flow, Asarai.
Absolutely. They even have themselves Charon's Cosmic Divide.
Oh.
Monyet finding Meteor through the push on A main. This is what they want. They want to stop
Okay,
these multiple
nice one.
angles of attack. Go for a little bit of
Good
cover,
job.
flashes to
Good job,
solve
Monyet. Good job,
that.
Mind Freak.
Just have to rub their eyes and wait for the blindness to.
I don't even know what happened this round.
And as it does,
Nice one. No one die. Flawless yet.
Wow, I mean that's another
Yo,
one of
Ken,
those
do you
things
know
that
what
you
happened?
think
What
about
does
PaperX. Every
flawless
single one of
means?
these guys have the potential to frag out.
Is that if no
And
one
Monyet
die?
is single-handedly picking duels outside of, A main. He's got support from the team. You've got Forsaken watching mid. And it's just that much more difficult for
that was
Genji to
fun.
really pull off some of these split pushes that they want to go for. So they have to really rethink the strategies. If this carries on, I could foresee a timeout being called by Solo.
Both teams have actually used their first timeouts as well in that
That's
first
right.
half, but it feels like they have a better grasp of what is happening right now. Again, it just goes to show how even it is, that 8-8. How close something is on this mid control. How risky it is too. A stray pop shot, that smoke going, and there's the pop shot. He's actually getting tagged. He might want to get away right now.
Movement though.
But he did give away his teleport on. He does have the dimensional drift, so he can get away from this without having to use that gate crash. Or because he's in such an off angle and he's that Yoru, he can just do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he's gonna gate crash out now. Definitely doing what he wants. I mean, just getting enough information, or maybe pulling the attention away from Genji as they start to go back towards mid. Now the high tide invested. A little
Nice
bit
one, I
awkward, though, with
forgot.
the curve. So Texture has
Okay.
actually made it onto the other side.
He's still doing this.
He's gonna die.
Something. Yikes.
I know it, I know it.
Shame on me. And then shame on him if he does that again.
4 seconds also
Almost
gonna die.
dropping down.
He got 2, chat!
How he used his his teammate.
Here's a good
has
trade, good
great
trade, good trade,
mates.
good trade for
They thought he wouldn't
PRX.
double up, but he did. He does get some.
I thought he was
value.
gonna die
30
instantly.
seconds left, and Gen G lose all control of that mid push, but they wait to use that neural tap for that information.
Asteroid, we are fishing out here, but it's big information. Now we know Devi is alone and cold on the B site. Maybe we could harpoon him, but we've got 13 seconds left.
He's just gonna hold by himself.
Wow.
Again, boy's patient, man. He just has to wait.
Nice shot, nice shot.
And Devi single-handedly holding this.
Okay, Dawai, it's okay, it's okay. You got two.
But because of the recon dart, he's giving away his position. Meteor is just having to hold so many angles. The shot dart, Mind Freak, what are you doing? Have you lost your mind? Are you a freak? Well, he could definitely be. Paranoia misses Meteor, but know exactly where he is.
There is no way. Monyet, please don't tell me you lose this.
And is this dream gonna turn into reality?
Okay, good. Nice one, nice one. Oh, bro, what happened? What happened with PRX, man? Oh my god, I was so panicked, chat.
So very confident, you know, cool enough. He might
NT, what do you mean NT?
Experience, and that's one of the things that people don't really know. Might have been in global esports last year, but he has been playing throughout Indonesian Valorant for quite a
Yo,
while.
hopefully I got more viewer, Quinn. I just want to stream like this, you know. I just chilling and watching the game, not even need to play. Oh my god, I love playing like this. I love streaming like this.
That sometimes all he has to do is again not do anything. That's already a lot, because the stress on Gen G makes them try to peek out, makes them want to get as much information as they possibly can. Something.
Oh, he got OP. Please don't go too far. He got OP.
On Halls, and I really like this because he gets so much information, so much value.
Nice move.
His gate crash is about to expire, but shouldn't matter at the moment as Gen G coming out of elbow.
Yeah, he can always just regroup with his team in other means. Main thing though is for Devi to stay alive right now.
Oof, well he can.
Nice flash, nice flash.
Because of those flashes,
very good flash.
The Reckoning as well as the Hunter's Fury.
Ooh!
Just jumping in and out with the shorty. Numbers still favoring Gen G.
3 against 2.
Now on the site. What's the damage here? What's
Okay, nice one. Monyet, Monyet, please.
Wreaking some havoc outside of orange.
Please, Monyet.
But he's alone. They haven't picked up the spike.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
Into this, and he's got everything. Shot at step, paranoia, and there's smoke. Gen G realizes, wants to actually double up. They want to use the numbers in their favor. Monyet. Did he hit all of them? He did!
Ooh.
He repositions! My god, Monyet!
He's
down
out of
to
ammo,
one
though.
bullet. He has to change. Either reload or change, which he does.
Bro! How?
Disappears and wins. Oh boy, that was close for both.
I mean, just a bit of nerves on stage. Unfortunate that he ran out of ammo in his magazine right after, but still, it comes down to it. Munchkin actually lands the flick above Monyet, so it's all of these like really thin margins, and it comes out on top. Sometimes numbers advantage will still prevail, and that's why, you know.
Bro, Monyet see it first. How he lose that?
The Reckoning, the Hunter's Fury was awesome, but not
yeah, this is not PRX, and I don't know, man. Cause see, I'm gonna show you. Monyet is not the first, not a PRX before. PRX is Jing. The main roster. The main roster of PRX before was Jing. But now Jing's become a substitute. So Monyet comes to the main roster.
And again, it's resulted in more of these riskier plays that might not
Wait, I'm sorry.
clutch situations with Paper Rec, something that plays with an operator, just gets close in with the shorty, can't really threaten, can't really reposition anymore, gets traded out. You were talking about this, and then that
yeah, the Jing, yeah. You guys, Jing was also fucking good, but I don't know why he's not playing.
Careful, but what is this? Outlaw martial
I remember they said that against when yeah, he said that he just want to chill right now, chat. That's why he's not playing.
FYI for people, if you only shoot
But Monyet is also good. He just still young, you know.
nervous after oh boy.
Okay, he missed it.
Okay, that's gonna be Forsaken's back. Oh, that's not even him backing away. That's a trade.
Yo, Forsaken, what happened, man?
Meteor.
You're like
Punished by
trolling,
Meteor.
man.
Straight into the neural theft. And
Bro, I don't know what happened.
Whole map exposed.
Just trying to get out of get as much out of Genji as possible in this round, right? If any round is the round that we want to bait out those ultimates, bait out those pieces of utility, that's gonna be this one.
Nice shot, nice shot, nice shot.
Got the Marshall in hand, shooting through the smoke blindly. Wow. Meteor comes in for the pinch. He will get diced. Mindfreak looking a little too
Fucking
far
god,
away.
what was that move? How did he didn't hear that?
Ilya
I don't know
by
what
himself. I
happened.
was about to say Divide, but then he's just by himself right now.
Whatever, I don't know what happened.
Meteor as well, and he's position exposed. Gets the heal. This might actually have to be a save from him. He just backs away. Wait. He has a gate crash all the way at the end of halls. Is he willing? No, probably not.
Yeah,
I don't know
right
what
now,
happened.
he's probably opting for the save instead at this point, but still, I mean, definitely trying to get an idea.
Yeah.
So scouting out, you know, what Genji's early game plan is, right? At least in the first 30 seconds. Sometimes, you know, they're up around elbow, up around mid. But this time you can definitely feel that A presence, and just not too sure how PaperX can really disrupt that. You know, we were talking about it before. That's why you have the Yoru, right? You always want to push up front. You always want to scout and then gate crash back.
Yeah.
But it's still, you know, sometimes just a little bit risky.
I guess the problem for that is because you only have technically the one duelist that we can reposition.
Now the Vietnam chat be like, Ace! Oh yeah, so you're watching two channel at the same time? My channel and Vietnam channel?
Harm's way without getting punished, even with the smokes, right? So we're kind of seeing the other way of that, which is getting punished by Genji and ultimately giving rounds to Genji. Okay.
Whoa.
Seeker's been activated. Forsaken's just charging right in. Divide. Let's see if he gets spotted.
Okay, he got killed. I don't know how that happened, but he got killed.
And snake bite kills. It's not even an explosion, guys. It's a slow burn.
Okay,
a slow
to wall
painful
check.
poison burn. Cosmic Divide used on this A side itself. Cove making Genji just a tad bit afraid. As it drops, now they know. And they even have, the Viper's Pit to make
No,
things
they're
a
just
little
gonna
easier
try
transition,
to
into
death
this
chat.
post-plant.
And that's it, an uphill battle for PaperX, right? They might be able to surround this Viper's Pit. There is
This is
chip
a
on the
good
other
retake.
side. Meteor can make use of it. And then you still got to watch out for those players up inside A main. How do you break this?
Monyet, though.
Okay,
he's
nice
critical,
one.
Dude. He's got the high ground advantage, and he is using that to actually get the one up. Viper's Pit, use the snake bite to get a little bit of damage. No one's defusing the spike, and Munchkin through the smoke. Oh, this is going horribly wrong for PaperX. Someone's gonna have to start defusing it. Someone's gonna have to hold him. Munchkin, what
Nice!
does he do?
Oh, no time! Fuck!
Everything, as he actually has bought enough time. They die to the event horizon, and that's gonna be Genji with 2 rounds advantage, closing up to maybe the map point already in this game.
Just incredible. I mean, the combination of, first of all, the Cosmic Divide to give them that much more space, that much more security. And then the
Yo, how did 3 people die like that, chat? He don't even get headshot. How? I just what Vietnam chat say. I just what? What Vietnam chat say? I don't understand.
And now it's a 2-round differential. How do you climb up against that? And they have to make it happen if they are to start out strong in VCT Pacific kickoffs this year.
Well, thankfully enough, they do have money, creds.
I think they're just joking around right now. Like, I think they're not trying his best.
I will honestly try to find a different word other than something. If you guys can just like DM me a different word I can use so that you guys will not be confused. Anyways, the man himself, Ilya, is there on elbow. Nursing himself, the operator, once again. He is just holding that ankle for the absolute longest time. He is hoping that someone is just gonna go into his spider's web, but unfortunately for the moment, Genji, they have their eyes set up here on that A side, and it could actually be good. Monyet's cold.
My bad. I mean, I just check out the chat. Channel and okay.
Outside of A main, that could actually be bad for Dubai. We'll have to see how that works out, and he is trying to clear that with all intentions by himself.
He's got a bit of time.
Oh, he's so alone. Oh, he is so dead. Oh, this is not
That's
looking
so
too
bad.
good for PaperX. Forsaken doing the same thing. No flashes, and he absorbs his opponent right in front of him. Gets
He got flash. He got flash, chat.
Oh!
Oh!
Are actually working.
Two shock dart. Nice one.
Something gets it. He even finds the lurking meteor, and all of this because of the shock darts coming in from Mind Freak. Lakia will plant the spike. Moya does not chase for him or tries to punish him. So it's a double up from the both of them. Something coming in from the
Nice
white
one.
swing, and he's had enough.
Something getting the final kill. Mind Freak, you know, there's something getting kills, we've seen that before. Mind Freak with 2 shock dart kills. Not something you
It
see
will be
every
comeback.
day, but a welcome sight
It will
nonetheless.
be comeback.
Just
Chill,
getting
just
the
chill,
information
just chill.
off
It
of
will
the
be
buy,
comeback.
trying to play around,
I believe on
Dead
PRX.
Start cover. That one felt really iffy. But look at how Forsaken really comes back in, and after they get that information, just
The shock
being
dart
able to, you know,
is
put
so
out
fucking
the
good.
tire traps. You got those caltrops, the shock darts. Gen.G can't really walk onto site that freely, so PaperX trying to
Yo, Manfrick was so fucking chill. Like, he's not even try.
That was the cherry on top in this round.
They gotta go for these adaptive risks, I think, because Gen.G is so good at just, I don't know if I'm correct with these made-up stats, but they feel like they have the first bloods, you know, very much locked and
Nice one,
loaded
nice one,
in
nice
this
one.
first map.
He got one.
At least pads the stats.
No more initiator. No more flash, chat. There is no more flash.
And that slows down Gen.G by a big margin. Not having the flashes anymore from Lakia really hurts the chances here for Texture to get more of these quick contacts into the site.
Definitely slows down Gen.G. They're always going to be thinking about what's next. But now, Dimensional Drift, just to gain further information. 1 minute left on the clock, and Gen.G actually going back off of a bit of a default. They want to spread themselves across the entire map.
Oh, I thought he's gonna die.
Just saw the spike.
Alright. Mr. Risky here. You know, not even...
Dude, they are living dangerously.
Yeah. One Blade Storm at a time.
Bro, those
But it
timing,
works
man.
for them. And right now, he's got information if they were to cross in the risky way. Most of them have already bypassed it, so
Monyet move back.
they're going to reposition.
Nice
But what I'm
smoke.
curious
One
about
way
is
smoke.
Karen actually lurking up around mid.
That also, and, well, there you go. He finds the one pick onto something here. There's the quick charge out. Tailwind was actually saved up by Texture, so he has capabilities to enter the site.
Oh,
Forsaken's not going to know about Karen here. Or does he? The Reckoning actually spots him out 14 seconds. Let's see what the battle comes in through the mid. It's going to be Forsaken. Spike, though, should get planted. It's all down to
Yo, for a second.
now as he waits for Divide to back the site. Backs one!
Bro!
What a reposition! What a challenge! And what aim has this top fragging Korean brought to the Gen.G roster?
Okay, fuck it. Fuck it.
Monster. Dude, yesterday, 2 days ago, he already had such an incredible stat line.
I don't even know
against
what to
his
say.
opponent's RRQ. Having those first kills that you mentioned before, he has 16 throughout the entire series. I feel like this one, he got even more. But not
The
just
timing
that,
was
the
so
blade storm,
fucking...
the aim off of it, the way
Holy
that he
shit.
cut down Divide at his knees.
안녕하세요.
PaperX, and now they've earned that match point. And remember, they are still sitting on one timeout. Bro,
And now they doesn't have
Very
money.
quick and fast game like Valorant that all really need. That cascade was supposed to give some sort of safety.
Okay, come on, dude, come on. What happened with this, man? What happened?
But it turns into a signal for Lakia to, you know, it's kind of obvious. I'm just going to pop shots. What am I going to lose? Absolutely nothing. And he gains the one kill for almost everything here. There is no money for PaperX right now. Forsaken.
Okay, he got one.
That's one.
Okay, that was good. Covered! Something!
Blows up right in his face, dude. It's all down to the buy. He's got a Vandal, but he's so far from the situation on A.
Hey, chill, just chill. It's okay. It's just a first game.
I would have thought that maybe at least something would have been able to get a trade at least, but wow. Decision making just a little bit off, but then at the same time for Gen.G to pick up these frags that quickly.
Yeah, the Texture. Also from last match, Texture also so fucking good, you know. He's so fucking good with his OP.
Now they are just one kill away from pushing us into the next map.
Definitely patting himself on the back with his Genji-inspired outfit. 3 versus 1. Oh my god, Devi doesn't even have any smokes to supplement himself. He just has the weapon in the corners, and that spike is just dwindling down ever so closely to exploding. He does find texture, but I mean, Karon's just gonna activate gravity well. Whoops, whoop. That's about it.
They know they got it.
He's got no game. That's gonna be it. And Genji
That's right.
got themselves map 1 in this series up against PRX.
It's okay.
I mean,
GG's.
what an unbelievable
Come back later,
performance
yalah.
on a new form.
Come back later lah.
That momentum from just a couple of
It's
days
okay lah.
ago. Karon, the rookie, still showing up huge. And Meteor, of course, you know, not much left to be said. They're anchoring, they're doing everything possible. They know how to play off of PaperX's aggressions.
That was a good game from
against them, right? PaperX had a tough
Genji
time in the first half. They managed to tie things up, but even towards the end, just not quite able to defend against this.
And again, it's because of the fact that they
Oh, they are not playing around. They really lose that match. Bro, you sick lah? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh yeah, but you know what?
I don't think I'm
gonna
sick.
Break all of this down because we got a very interesting composition to talk about.
Are you guys okay? That was just map 1, by the way. That was the first game of the day, and we have this amazing one with Genji and PaperX, and Genji William takes it. Congratulations on the prediction.
Well, the match isn't over yet.
So can I playing Swift Play right now, chat?
I thought they absolutely needed to win this breeze if they wanted to get a win, no matter if it's a 2-0 or a 2-1, because this was the best shot. They had some teams
fucking god.
play this. They've got great long-range duelers, and they know that at the end of the day, PaperX is going to want to go for the speed on any map that they go to. And the part I was most impressed about was even Karon was now aware of the fact that when you see one member of PaperX, there's most likely multiple behind him.
Yeah, I mean, this is so well done, and it's something that I haven't experienced in a very long time, which is having some faith in Genji to be able to actually be this
Bro need Jing, sub Jing. Nah, I'll win. Let's try PRX Jung. The Jet player though, yeah, Jet player so good. PRX just overhyped. Dang, dude, seriously, you say that? Let's see until PRX mau Genji. Jing is the K player proof. No, bro. My freaking Forsaken didn't show up. Yeah. Not really show up this match. Shefa didn't have to use drone. There is skills. Turns around the play. Like, just imagine, yeah, just imagine, chat. How many iron typing shit, type shit on PRX. Just imagine how many iron.
It's a crazy stat. I mean, Achilles and I were talking about it as well, especially for Texture. We've been following him for his entire career in Korea, and while he's always looked like one of the best duelists, these are actually the best games we've seen from him at this level. The competition has upgraded, and he's saying, I'm still above all of that.
Oh, I cannot play.
Prove it with this new squad.
The fact that he's doing this in just current era, because you know when he started off the game, even just a couple years ago, it's already so different. And the fact that he's still having these kinds of numbers, it's just so damn impressive, and it just tells you what kind of player Texture
Yo, what happened?
Really is.
And the other thing is for me personally, I thought Munchkin was having a lot of trouble in that first half. I mean, he honestly only had 1 kill going all the way up to round 12, but he's able to really help bring home that victory in the last round of the half, and then he's climbing all the way back up as the
Bro, what happened? Why cannot I open Valorant?
That gives a confidence for someone like Karon as well to continue fragging out, playing his comfort zone.
Is this new optic? Is it
Wait, seriously?
Oh my!
Is Lakia FNS?
Bro!
Is Lakia FNS? I don't know about that.
It could be. Hey, this is something that we're going to see.
I cannot open Valorant, chat.
Just talking about the scoreline.
I know.
But I absolutely love how close this map was, you know? It came down to the micro plays. It was just that, you know, somebody swung just a second earlier or a microsecond earlier. Somebody's angle was just a little bit wider, right?
Yo, what happened?
Honestly, the rounds PaperX were winning were very impressive too. I mean, we got all the highlights that we're used to getting from PaperX.
Yeah, what happened? I cannot open Valorant.
And that's the crazy part. If PaperX had looked just lost during this map, we would have chalked it up to, okay, they're still experimenting. This is classic PaperX kind of going back and forth onto things. But they had the same shots. They had some good trades. It seemed like the movement around the map, the speed was all there, but Gen G was staying just one step ahead in most of these
what
rounds.
happened?
Yeah, I thought maybe we would see a bit more.
I don't know what happened.
Controller is what necessarily cost them here. I think that a lot of the times they were just getting completely outdone and also not necessarily checking angles that you
Maybe I should.
really should be.
So I restart my stream.
And this is what you get for not having a jet or a raise, right? You have to find different ways.
Yeah,
to
probably.
check those angles. You're not able to just have someone down.
Yeah, I probably.
They're getting you visual, they're getting you
Please
both
back,
the
chat.
Euro
Please
and
come
the
back,
World
okay?
Cup.
I will
As
restart my
easily
stream,
gotta
chat.
find other
I'm so
ways.
sorry.
And that's the part they
I will
did
restart
so
my
well, that the
PC.
frags were there, and once they found their targets,
So
they were very good.
please
The
come back,
punch
okay?
was there as well.